everybody, and welcome to episode 11 of the Property Moms podcast, where the juggle is always real. I'm Alisa MacQuinn.
I'm Chelsea McKinney.
And for us, Christmas is in like 3 days?
3 days.
3 days. Yep, by the time you see this, it'll be after Christmas, and you'll be enjoying all your new stuff.
You'll be trying to fit all your boxes in the recycling bin.
Girl, we don't do that. We just take the boxes and we throw them in the garage for our husbands to deal with.
Well, yeah, me too. But then he doesn't deal with them, and I have to break down 50 boxes and try to stuff them in the recycling bin that only comes once a month now. I would rather have a tiny bin that comes once a week than the big one that only gets taken once a month.
Samesies.
Who made that decision? I would really like to have a conversation.
We need to have a discussion. Yeah, did you see that TikTok where the guy, like, you throw your boxes out in the yard and you, like, hose them down?
Yeah.
And then you wait a second and then you just, like, squish them together.
Yep. Maybe I should try that.
Yeah. No, Andrew cuts ours up, like, once a week and takes them
What
to
a
the
nice,
dumpster.
nice.
I got a good one. I like him. I'll keep him.
That is so sweet.
For a little while anyways.
That is so sweet.
Just kidding.
Good job, Andrew.
Yeah. Love you.
Talk to my husband, would you?
Ain't no talking to that man.
So, how's your week been?
It's been good. I was sick most of the week. Hence why I sound a little Oompa Loompa-ish today.
You actually sound way better.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, so Allie brought it home first, and then Lizzie got it. Then Andrew got like a dusting of it. Mm-hmm. He was like 3 days and he was fine. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. Yeah. It was bad. So we had her tested, and it was a upper respiratory. It was parainfluenza numero uno, which apparently is like a virus and an infection wrapped up in one. Oh. It's like an upper respiratory infection, essentially. But yeah, we also, Alice and I both developed laryngitis because of it. I have a habit of petting my chair. You got fun chairs. What am I supposed to do? Ignore it?
Yeah.
It's fun. I'm going to bring a brush next week.
Start loving on it.
You just like, anyways. I do. I don't know. I like to make little like trees out of it. Anyways. So yeah, I was sick. Terribly sick. Like probably the worst sick that I've been in 2 years at least. Yeah, it was rough. So I try not to do a lot because there were like 4 straight days where I was like, I'm not doing anything. But I did do listing photos for David Barnett's flips. We talked about that a little bit. That was like right the day. I think that was the morning or the afternoon we recorded.
And they have announced that they had their baby. So
they had their baby.
We won't be announcing it for them.
Yay.
Congrats, David and Amy.
Congratulations. I had dinner with, I don't have many friends, like close friends. I have you, I have Denisa, and then I have my friend Debbie and Amber. They're from my museum life when I used to teach at Cook Museum. And they're just like super good people. Had dinner with them. It was like pizza at Debbie's house, like chill.
Those are the best kind of dinners.
Yeah, and like we just show up like in sweatpants and we just sit around. Her husband Cameron's like super hilarious because he rides motorcycles with his son, and like he also is an avid book reader. So like we just sit around like talk about books, and like it's funny. I did a tax consultation with Patricia Lancaster because I do photography and real estate. Like my situation's really weird. And some people think I need to charge sales tax for a digital product that you can't tangibly touch, or a digital service. Anyways, so
if you don't have to, you don't want to.
Absolutely not. I have been, when I had my store in Oakmont, I used to have to deal with sales tax, and it is a pain.
Such a pain.
In the butt. It's such a pain. They do not make it easy. They did not make it. No, it's awful. So dealing with that, and we had another therapy session this week with our therapist, Allison at Kaleidoscope. She loves it.
That's her last name?
No, at Kaleidoscope.
Oh, I thought you just said Allison Kaleidoscope.
Sounds like a stripper name.
It's like,
no.
Whoa!
No.
What a
Kaleidoscope
cool name.
Therapy.
Okay.
I actually don't know her. I have her card at my house, but I don't.
Okay.
It's Allison. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Allie loves her. We did a little coloring activity together this week, and it was fun. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was it. That was my week, and just getting ready for Christmas and getting ready to bake some stuff, and I need to clean my house.
Yeah, me too.
How's that? What'd you do?
My kids started trying to get sick. They both
they just got over being sick.
Exactly. They were sick all of November, I think. I mean, not all of November. They were well by Thanksgiving, but for real, it started November 1st. Warren woke up with a cough, and I gave him Claritin and elderberry, and we call them beads. I've done a TikTok about them, and I couldn't pronounce it if I tried, but it's the oscillating, if you start typing in OSCI in Publix or Instacart, it'll pop up oscillating medicine. Okay. I don't know if that's an accurate description of it.
Cool. Sounds right.
But anyway, we call them beads, and you can take them it's for 2 and up. So yeah. Warren can take them, and so we started that regimen, beads 3 times a day, Claritin in the morning, cough medicine at night. And then the next morning, Archer woke up with a cough, and I was like,
love it.
Please no. So I started him on the same regimen, and they're fine. It never amounted to anything. So, but we also doubled up on the elderberry, and so yeah, just really grateful for that, because Bree got in last night, and so last time she was here, we sent her home with our sickness. Nice. So that was not fun for anybody.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the boys are in the clear. Knock on wood. We had the leading edge Christmas lunch. Yeah. That was fun.
I was sick.
And I did a lot of Christmas shopping and wrapping, because I had not previously done any of it.
Atta girl.
But now I think I'm done. I think
nice.
I may have one thing to get for our nanny, but I'm still debating what that should be.
Yeah.
So, I got this shirt. Do you see it? Can you see it?
It says, mind your motherhood.
Mind your own motherhood. I went to Twisted Tree Vintage Market, which, if you've never been there, it used to be a Dollar General.
Okay.
Almost at the corner of Old Madison Pike and Slaughter Road.
Okay.
It's kind of up on a hill. The parking lot sucks a little bit. But it's almost a University Pickers type situation. Yeah. Except they don't have big furniture.
Yeah.
Typically, they have little things. So I got this sweatshirt. I got some, I should have worn them today. I got some snowflake earrings that were really pretty. I actually wore them to the leading edge Christmas lunch. I got my stepdaughter some she's obsessed with the Grinch. So I got her some little Grinch earrings. I got freeze dried candy. For stockings.
Is it open all the time?
I think so. I mean, I didn't see, maybe they're closed on Sunday or something like that.
But it's not just seasonal.
No, it's all the time. But yeah, it was you found a bunch of fun treasures there. And I came so close to buying this tumbler. But it would have had to have been a present, okay?
Okay.
But it was a $35 tumbler, and it was a cylindrical one. It wasn't a big Miyoki, mm-hmm. But it was Christmas themed, and it said, "There's some ho-ho-hos in this house." And it had several drawings of Santa with his ass out twerking.
Love that.
And I was like, I need to get this for someone. But awesome. Then I was like, I'm a cheap ass. It's $35.
Okay, me too.
Would somebody else love it as much as I do?
I know.
I mean, I'm so cheap.
I know. I almost bought one of the Christmas Miyokis. Do you see how cute those were? Girl, you don't ever scroll through and they'll be doing those weird lives where it's okay, well, they do them. They've got Miyokis on Lazy Susans, and it's
a thing.
It almost feels like a sweatshop version. It's really weird, but yeah, it's cool. They have really cute Christmas ones.
Dang.
Anywho,
But
yeah,
are there
I'm not
some
spending.
ho-ho-hos in that house?
No, that's like the same
It was
three.
so funny. Like, I wish you could see.
Now
I
I
should have
wanna
taken a
find it.
picture of it.
Well, anyways, I mean, they were cute, but that's like my thing is I'm like, oh, I don't want a cup for like, I'm not going to use it all the time if it's Christmas. I'm just going to like, I'm going to use it.
Well, and I feel like $35 is
Christmas.
like kind of high.
Well, that's like the Stanleys are like $50.
But this was like literally, it was this tall and it was like this big around. It was not like.
I just didn't like your hand gestures. Look how cute they are.
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah, see?
But yeah, that's very seasonal. Mm-hmm. And like you really couldn't use it until next season because of how
you could,
close
but
to
like
Christmas it is.
Still. Yeah, I almost bought one.
I also I've been continuing to try to organize my house. Like, I talked last week about the new furniture and like we've shifted some stuff and I did a little bit of a clean out. I went to like the donation place twice yesterday, just trying to like clean some stuff out and simplify my life. And,
if you're anything like me, you have this moment where like you're trying to clean or organize or whatever, and then you feel so overwhelmed. You're like, screw it. I'm just going to go down to bare bones. Like, we don't need all this crap. I'm going to go down to bare bones, right? Mm-hmm. And then you start and you're like, I can't get rid of that marker because I want a green and a blue. I can't live with just blue. What if one day I'm feeling green? And that's how it starts. And then you're 10 other items deep and you've done it like 10 more times and you're like, I give up.
Screw it.
We're just going to live in the overwhelming abundance of items.
See, I feel like Ammon is like that. He doesn't
he doesn't
get away with he doesn't throw away anything.
Yeah.
But I will just get so tired of it that if it's going to get out of my house, it's going to get out two ways. It's going to be donated or it's going to be trashed. Yeah. Like if it's still usable, I'm taking it straight to my car. It will not be back in this house. Mm-hmm. Next time I drive by, it's getting dropped off.
And then it sits in your trunk for like
a month. And then it sits in my trunk for a month. But I'm
so glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Well, I was over here helping my mom yesterday hang some pictures and she had like 3 bags in this room. And I was like, what are these bags? And she was like, oh, I just need to take them to donate. But they had been there for like months and months. And I was like, do you want to put them in my car? And we can like drive over that way. Because I mean, it's a 5-minute drive. It's not like it's, right. It's not difficult to get to. It's not inconvenient. It's just, we don't think about it.
I know.
So we took all of her stuff and then we went to my house and I was like we had just literally dumped everything on the dining room table. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to clean it off because when Brie gets here, I want her to come into a clean house. I don't want her to know that we're slobs when she's not here. But I was like trying to clean off the dining room table. And so I just started piling stuff in my car. And I was like, this is all going.
Yeah.
It's all going. So we went back and, it's all good.
I can do it about a lot of stuff relatively well, except for the kids stuff. Like kids' toys, especially if they're educational based. Mm-hmm. I have the hardest time getting rid of them because, like, if Allie's outgrown them, I'm like, well, Lizzie will use this.
Yeah.
But there's a 6-year age gap.
That's hard.
So I'm like, I'll just keep it up in the attic. We don't have, like, endless supply of room up in the attic. Mm-hmm. So I'm like.
So we did a clean out of, we have 2 playrooms. One of them likes to be called the living room, but it's really not. It's a playroom. And then we have a playroom upstairs. And so the other week, I think my kids Ammon had brought them to my mom's house, like in the middle of the day because she was like taking off from work or, she had made cookies or something like that. And so me and Valentina stayed at the house and we went through every single drawer, every single toy in the living room and the playroom. And those like large bins that you can get from Lowe's, like the black ones with the yellow lids.
We have so many.
We've got, they're big. We have 4 of them now that are filled up with toys that we took out of the house. Toys, stuffed animals, all that stuff. And I was like, I'm just going to put them in the garage for now. If one of the boys is like, Mommy, where did Cookie Monster go? That they haven't touched in 3 months.
Right.
I can get to Cookie Monster. I can get him back. But if they don't say anything about any of those toys in the next month, they're getting donated.
Yeah.
I
had that thought, but
the age gap, it's a real thing. Like my kids play with the same thing because they're so close in age. Mm-hmm. And, I feel like when Archer outgrows it. Warren kind of does too. Like they're
synced up.
They really are. Yeah. Like at least educationally, I don't know. I mean, they learned stuff together, and so Warren knows it, a little early, but I feel like they're very on the same level when it comes to what they're playing with and like what they're learning and everything. So I feel like if Archer's outgrown it, Warren has to, or he's about to.
Yeah.
So, okay. Question of the day. Hold on. Let me remember
because I just forgot it.
Okay. If you get super rich, would you still like to work?
Am I answering first? Why was my swallow so loud?
I was loud. I heard it.
That was bizarre.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll go first. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
But on my own terms.
Right.
Something that I thought about today, I shot a listing before I came here today. And I've kind of just come to terms that like it's never going to be the way that I want it to be. I won't say never. I have walked into a home that is occupied, but that's clean and picked up the way that I need it to be picked up, and the windows are clean and the people aren't there and whatever. It is like 5% of the time.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 if I'm having a good month. Okay. The other times the people are still there. They have dirty laundry piled next to the washer. They've got, chairs are falling apart and they haven't like just moved them out of the room. Like, the list goes on and on and on. And, I have kind of adapted to like add more time into each session now. So, people want to be like, well, how long do I need to be gone? I'm like, that depends entirely up to you, mostly. Right. If your house is clean and picked up and I'm not moving boxes around that are in the way, or like if your kid's toddler bed is also in your master, I have to move it that I can get a decent picture of your room, because it's distracting. Like if you see a picture of a master and there's a toddler bed in the middle of the room with Batman comforter on it, it draws the eye. Well, you don't want people looking at your kid's toddler bed. You want them looking at the room and the spaciousness of it and the beautiful window and blah, blah, blah. So I'm OCD enough and I care about my job enough that I'm going to move those things. Yeah. That takes time because I have to move it back too.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like if I were to become rich, right, and not have to worry about working, I would still work because I love what I do. But I would be like, hey, you would like me to come do listing photos? That's great. I'm so excited. Tell your people to leave. Tell them that I will not be lifting a finger to move boxes that are just in the middle of the room that I don't know what they contain. I'm not going to be taking your loofah out of the shower.
Maybe you could, if you really wanted to do that, like work with like real estate photography specifically, you could like just shoot Airbnbs.
That's true.
That are like perfectly staged, nothing out of place.
Do you know what's crazy? You can sign up to be one of Airbnb's photographers. So Airbnb has like a service where they like, you can say, hey, I need photography for my Airbnb when you go to like put it on their site. And they'll like assign a photographer to you. Amanda did this for a while, but she said they were paying jack crap to do it. So unless like someone just has one and they want to like hire a photographer independently, like if you go through Airbnb system, it's kind of like
interesting.
But if you have nothing else better to do that day, it's kind of like,
why not?
Kind of like how I got with Asta Room until. By the way, I never heard from that guy, the agent. So.
Yeah. Of course not.
So I don't know if I'll be doing any more for them. It's not worth my safety. So yeah, long story short, I would still work, but I would just do it my way. And if people didn't like it, then I wouldn't have to worry about losing business because I'd be rich. So I'd be fine.
So my dad and I had a discussion this week, and he, Dad has done a lot of things. He's had his, hands in like every industry. And he said no job brought me joy like when I was getting paid $5 an hour to be on the radio. And he was like, if money were not an option, I would have a radio show again.
Yeah.
I would just the joy he got from that. But it was like the lowest paying job he had. And Ammon was like, Chelsea, what job do you, what job do you like best? And I was like, none of them.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah.
And Ammon was like, you don't like anything you do? And I was like, I like the podcast. And Dad was like, I get it. It's a creative outlet. That's what the radio show was for me. Like, I would do something, but it would be a hell of a lot more fun than real estate.
Yeah.
And a hell of a lot more fun than Airbnb.
Yeah.
And a hell of a lot more fun than rentals and roofing. And, like, roofing's not bad, but.
Yeah. I think everybody thinks, like, this is, man, like, when you say, like, I'm a real estate agent, people are like, oh, that seems so fun. You get to go in all these houses. It is not fun. It's not fun. Okay. Stop saying that. It's not fun. It's hard. It's hard work. You have to constantly, like, keep upping your game because there are a million of them out there.
There's so many real estate agents.
Every time someone posts in one of the mom groups, I'm looking for an agent, I'm like,
oh, yeah. Oh, well,
it's like 300 comments deep.
You'll see Dad comment on every
blood
single
in the water.
Blood in the water on, like, the What's Happening Huntsville and What's Happening Madison. Every time I'm like, yep, like it.
Yeah. And like,
I don't even throw my name out.
I don't either. And I'm a newer agent, so I'm like, that's part of the reason why I'm like, why am I even going to waste my time throwing my name in here?
Yeah.
For what?
I know.
Like someone asked the other day about a real estate photographer, and man, my leading edge family is so great because they'll be like, Alisa MacQuinn, like, thank you. Jess Hamilton's really good about putting her name out there too, and she has like this really cool. She posted it the other day. Jess Hamilton is a fellow real estate photographer, and she's really cool. She's super nice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we've like chit chatted here and there. But she it has like a picture of a house, and it's like a time lapse, goes like through the whole day. So it's really cool. And that's a good, like, eye-catching way to, like, set yourself apart. I was like, good job. Love that. So, yeah. I don't know where we were going with this. But I agree. I mean, I do like real estate photography, but there are struggles with it. I do like real estate. There are a lot more struggles with it than, like, with real estate photography. But, I mean, what's weird is, like, I was a vet tech for 15 years. And you would think that, like, I must have really loved my job to do it for so long. I just felt really bad for animals.
Yeah.
But that only lasts you so long, like before you just, you see so many like animals that come in that are abused or whatever, all the stuff you go through in life, through the vet world, and you just get sick of it. So, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing really like, other than exercising horses. That was fun.
Yeah.
I'd show up and like exercise someone's horse and get paid and then go home.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Sounds right up your alley.
That was great, yeah. But except my body couldn't take it anymore. But
yeah. I would have to have something to fill my time, but I don't know that it would be like anything that I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, other than this, like I like this.
You know how many agents are also
podcast all the time and have shit to talk about?
If we did this every day,
we'd have so much fun.
I wouldn't need therapy.
I know.
I'd just be like, yay.
I know.
You know how many agents are like also travel agents?
No.
You notice that?
No.
There are a lot of real estate agents that are also travel agents.
Really?
Well, like in Jake Griffin's case, Tasha, his wife.
Okay.
I just called her Tasha. It's Tasha.
Because we had the Zumba instructor, Tasha.
I know. Sorry. Well, I've known Tasha Griffin since I was a kid. She and I went to church together. Yeah. But yeah, she's a travel agent. She's a really good one. Her TikToks are super cute. If you don't follow her on TikTok, you should.
I know they travel. I didn't realize that she was a travel agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
She's so cute too. Hey, girl.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that was a long question of the week, but it was a thorough one.
That's right.
Yeah.
I would have to have something to do.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't.
I know I can't just be a stay-at-home mom. I'd go bonkers.
I would too. I love my kids so much. But I'm a better mom when I'm not with them from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that, but I'm like 60% of the time I am with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I have the ability to go do what I need to do.
To escape.
And that, and that helps me mentally, I think.
Yeah. Same.
Okay. Am I the asshole?
Yeah. You get to go first.
Thank you.
Because I read the question of the week first.
I actually read the question
Or, well, I mean, I had to answer.
Okay, ready?
Fight with me.
Am I the asshole for using money for my family's Christmas presents on a trip for myself instead?
I already have an opinion, but go ahead.
I'm a single guy with a pretty decent job. I hope to have a family someday, but for right now, I'm just dating and saving money. For the last few years, I've been using my Christmas bonus to buy my parents, siblings. I guess you've got several sets of siblings.
Maybe
Cool Christmas gifts. I am lucky enough to be earning much more than I need, and I have an excellent nest egg going for when I'm ready. My parents and my siblings aren't there. My folks were immigrants, and while they own their home and as far as I know are debt-free, they do not have a huge retirement account. My older brother and sister each decided independently to start their families while they were quite young, in my opinion. So anyway, like I said, I've been blowing my bonus on all of them for the last while. I paid for my parents to visit their home country. I bought both of my siblings' families a PS5 when they were hard to get. My nephew started university this fall. I got him a new laptop last Christmas as a graduation/Christmas present. I don't resent spending this money. I love my family and I don't expect them to reciprocate. I already buy myself whatever I want. However, I noticed something this year. It was my 30th birthday and none of them did anything for me. So I asked my girlfriend if she wanted to go to Asia for New Year's. She's a student, so I'm paying for everything. We are seeing our families for Christmas and leaving the next day. I got to my parents yesterday afternoon and put my gifts for everyone under the tree. I got everyone a $50 gift card for the movies. There are 12 of them, so that's still $600. My sister-in-law decided to sneak a peek at her gift. She thought I was snubbing her, so she told everyone that I got her a shit gift. Huge fight. I just left and went back to my hotel. Calls and texts nonstop. I was being greedy, immature, callous, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I just blocked them. I could spend the next few days as a tourist in my hometown and then leave. I told my girlfriend what happened with my family and she has my back. I think they're acting entitled and taking me for granted. I don't think that they are assholes, but I don't think I am either.
That was nice of him to say at the end. What's your opinion?
I think it's nice that he still got everybody gifts. And maybe going from thousands of dollars of gifts to, $50 per person made his family feel some type of way. But when somebody comes to expect that,
yeah,
when they shouldn't,
right?
That's where it becomes an issue for me. And spend your money how you want to spend your money. Take your girl to Asia. It's not like you didn't get them anything.
Right.
It's not like you got him a $15 Starbucks card.
Yeah.
Well,
and it sounds like, he was saying that he has a nest egg, but he was been using his Christmas bonus. That Christmas bonus is due to him for busting his butt throughout the year. It's for all those little things, all those little times when you're like, dang, I wish I had a raise, or dang, I'm having to pull extra hours. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
It's the nice little Band-Aid on all those things.
Yeah.
You fine. Do you.
I don't think you're the asshole.
No, and I do think, and it puts the question in too of well, would they feel any differently if he lost his job and he was like, hey, this is all I could afford this year?
Right. Yeah.
Would you still be like, he got me a shit gift? Or would you be like, oh, it's okay, we understand?
I mean, I'm such a cheap ass. That my mother-in-law, she was like, let's get together and before the big family Christmas party, we'll get together with the immediate family and do a gift exchange. And I was like, what? Who am I buying for? Who am I supposed to buy for? She asked for something specifically from all the kids. Oh, okay. And so we're getting, she just wants updated pictures. So that's Small Woods came in thing. Clutch, we're all getting her the same frames and all that stuff. But Ammon's got 2 sisters and they've each got kids and we've got 3 kids and I don't want Ammon's sister to have to buy for each of my kids. Right. And so I texted Ammon's sister and I was like, so Mary just told me about a gift exchange. Do you have any idea? Are we drawing names? Yeah. What are we doing? And I was like, I have a hard enough time buying for my 4-year-old and my 2-year-old. I have no idea what your 5-year-old, 7-year-old, and 10-year-old want. Like, if we're going to have to help each other out if this is the case. And I was like, or is there something simple? Like, I don't want you as an adult to buy me as an adult something.
Right.
I don't think that's necessary. I think that's a waste of money.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big girl. I can buy what I need. Mm-hmm. Samesies for you, you know? And she was like, well, maybe we could just get the kids, like, do a book exchange or something like that. And I was like, cute. I love that idea. Like,
that's cute.
That's so much more simple than going out and buying presents and spending money. And anyway, I'm just a cheap ass, but.
I think a lot of it's become, like, you know, from, like, we were born in the 80s. We were born in the late 80s. And, like, the 90s and the 2000s were, like, it was, like, almost like a hyper focus of, like, getting gifts, you know, like gaming systems and, like, stereos and stuff like that. And I think it's, like, kind of just starting to, like, take a step back. Like, just as, like, culturally, you know, where it's, like, more, like, reason for the season kind of thing again, you know, because it's, like, we can't afford stuff like we could 10 years ago. Like, I mean, isn't it kind of crazy, like, look back and be like, I remember, like, I don't know, I just feel a little more financially stable in my 20s than I am in my 30s, so it's kind of crazy, but
and, you know, kids are expensive.
Kids are expensive, but just like you said, like, a tumbler 10 years ago would not have been almost $40.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us, like, millennials are, like, still stuck in that thing where it's like, I'm not paying $40 for a cup.
Yeah.
A vessel to hold liquid. Ain't happening.
Right.
$20 maybe.
I know. We got each of the kids, like, one big Christmas gift. But, like, otherwise, I think they have, like, 6 gifts to unwrap.
Yeah.
And they're not, you know, big cool things. Of course, they're, you know, they're 4 and they're 2 and they're almost 15. And so, like, our 15-year-old, she's going to get more, like, clothes and stuff. And, you know, she's going to get what she wants because she asked for it.
Yeah.
And we were able to get that for her. But, like, Archer has only asked for a goldfish. But, like, he actually said the word thousands the other day. I want thousands of goldfish.
Oh, wow.
In a bowl. So, like, that's the only thing he's asked for, and it's the only thing he asked Santa for. And we were like, buddy, Santa doesn't deliver live living
You could do the little beta
things.
fish with the plants.
I know. Mimi had my stepmom, Archer's Mimi, had a beta fish for a while. And, like, he was fascinated with it at first.
And then he was like,
he was just like, oh, bye, Freddie.
And I'll
like,
tell
never
you
talk
too,
to him again.
Fun fact, everyone thinks beta fish just go in, like, little 1 to 3 gallon tanks. They don't. They're supposed to go in, like, 8 to 10s minimums.
Oh, really?
And they do need filters, despite what everybody says. I know, sorry. Yeah, I know. So, me being me, I overthink everything. And when Allie wanted a fish, I was like, we'll get you a beta. Did the research, the real research, like when you get like you join like a specific Facebook group kind of research.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay. And then that's how 6 months later I ended up with a 40-gallon fish tank with these little Neocaridina, whatever they're called, shrimp. They're like the rainbow shrimp. They're really beautiful. But it was a whole thing. I was like immersed in it for like the longest. I do not have a fish tank anymore because it is work, but it was cool. It was cool. We had like little mollies, the little Dalmatian molly fish, and we had it was cool.
Archer loves to go to like Petco, PetSmart, and like look at all of the fish and stuff.
I have to tell you what happened yesterday.
Okay, tell me.
Oh, should I say this on here? We're gonna do it. Okay. So I took the girls to Petco yesterday because they just like to look. Okay, I'm gonna be real. My animal hippie self, animal welfare, animal cruelty. No, like I am sorry is what it is, but I don't really like support buying things from Petco. Okay, just fun fact. But the girls like to look around and whatever, and I'm like, it's fine.
Oh, you did tell me about this.
Did I tell you?
Yeah.
Should I tell it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Just a trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning. Death. So we're walking in like where the hamsters. I love rats. Rats are like the coolest pets. I know. But when I worked at Cook Museum, we had 3 rats, and they were like the coolest animal. Like, you can train them to do tricks. They'll literally like snuggle and cuddle up against your neck. Oh, no, girl. They're so sweet. They'll sit there. Bite you? They don't. Not one of them bit me. You don't get males, you get females. That's the difference. Huh? Yeah. Okay. But anyways, sweetest animals. So we're like, let's go look at the rats. Like, yay, whatever. And there is this black hamster. I could tell the second I look at it. The second I looked at it, I'm like, that thing is dead. That thing is dead. Dead. And so Allie's like, why is that one? I'm like, hold on. Just hold on. Thank God she's been around me long enough. She knows. Like, yeah. She helped me with all my rehab animals. Like, she's good. But I was like tapping on the glass and like nothing's happening. It's over the food bowl. It's like hanging over the food bowl, still as can be. And I'm like, it either choked to death or it like just literally had a heart attack. So I just like looking around for somebody, and a little lady up at the front. I'm like, I think your hamster back there is. So sure enough, she goes back there, and they just like open up the front, like take a baggie and like pull them out, and I'm like. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do, but I was just okay. Time to go. Roll them up. Oh my Time to go. Gosh. Yep. So, sorry, Petco.
I never go in pet stores.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I go into Hollywood Feed sometimes, but we were closer to Petco. That's what I did to waste time before I came over here yesterday. Rest in peace, little Hammy.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
I know. So, thank God I have like an 8-year-old who's like, been around the block a time or two with that kind of thing. But she was like, that was sad. All right, moving on. Let's go look at the birds. I was like, okay, thank God your sister's too young because I don't really want to deal with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Am I the asshole? Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Here we go.
It's my turn. Am I the asshole for snapping at my sister-in-law after she kept insulting my husband? I have a sister-in-law, Allison, who is married to my brother, Harvey. Oh, yes. Sorry. For some reason, I thought Harvey was her husband. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Am I the asshole for snapping at my sister-in-law after she kept insulting my husband? I have a sister-in-law, Allison, who is married to my brother, Harvey. I will be honest, I don't like Allison. She's the most negative, bitter person I have ever had to spend more than an hour with. She has a negative opinion about everything, but notably my husband. Most of the time, I just brush it off, but we're all at my parents' house for Christmas, and her comments have been constant. We have 3 examples. Example number 1. She hates that me or my husband refer to him looking after our daughter as babysitting. Unpopular opinion nowadays, but I don't mind it. We actually both use the term for when one of us wants to do a recreational activity and the other has our daughter. I say, he's at golf, so I'm babysitting, and he'll say, she's going to dinner, so I'm babysitting. However, Allison is only upset when my husband says it. Example number 2. She needles him by asking pointed questions that she thinks any mother would know and that gets smug when he doesn't know the answer. Example 3, every time I do anything with my daughter, and I do most things around her because that's what she's used to, Allison makes comments about me being a single married parent. I've told her to stop many times. I've told Harvey to stop her many times. Nothing works. My husband and I have an agreement that we don't fight with the other sides of the family, so I feel bad that I haven't been able to do anything about Allison's comments. Then 2 days ago, we were all in the dining room with the exception of my husband, who was finishing up some work. Allison remarked that she hasn't seen him all day and it was really rude that he wasn't putting in more effort to spend time with his daughter or the family. I sternly told her that my husband is working to provide for his family and that not anyone can just take weeks off at a time. Allison then said, "Of course you'd say that. You're basically paid to be his bang nanny." What? The poster says, "I'm a stay-at-home mom."
A bang nanny.
A bang nanny.
That's terrible.
Yep. I cannot remember the last time I was so enraged. Before I could even fully process my own thoughts, I said, "Yeah, and you get cheated on for free. Tell me who got the better deal." For context, everyone knows about Harvey's indiscretions, but I guess Allison didn't know we were all aware. Allison went silent, then left the table. Guess it worked. It's been 2 days and she hasn't said a word to me, barely any to anyone else, won't even make eye contact. Harvey is livid that I brought it up, but I told him he had his chance to make her stop and he didn't, so I did.
There you go.
My dad said she effed around and found out. My mom said she feels bad because Allison is quite obviously humiliated. I said she earned it from how she always is trying to embarrass my husband. My mom says it's different because no one took her seriously. I think she threw a stone straight through her glass house, but she does seem really miserable, so I'm wondering if I'm the asshole. She has been voted not the asshole.
Yeah, I would not think she was the asshole. Girl, I love that response.
That is the definition of F around and find out.
Yeah, I love that response.
And I will tell you something, like, I will stand up for my husband, like, probably to a fault. Like,
oh, I was going to say, like, 90% of the time.
Oh, no. No. For some reason, like, someone can say crap about me all day, and I'd be like, whatever. But, like, you talk about my husband, I'm coming for you. Like, I'm coming for you.
Okay.
So, I mean, I get it. Yeah. Now I'll say a night, you know, like, you got something to say to start with. I'll be like, you need to close them lips. You need to be quiet. I think that's mostly, though, because, like, I came from a really crappy relationship. Mm-hmm. So I can be like, no, my man's good. I need you to... Mm-hmm. Which that's almost never really happened. Yeah. But anyway, so, yeah, you just handled your business.
Right. No, that's...
Chef's kiss.
Perfect response.
Love
I don't love the whole babysitting term, but...
I know.
Who cares?
I've done it before. Because it's really just like... What else do you say? Like... He's watching them. He's with them.
Yeah, that's what, if I, like, need to go out or something, I'll be like, will you watch the kids?
Yeah, that's
like,
usually what I say, too.
And by will you watch the kids, I mean, like, just keep them alive, please.
Right. Feeding them might be helpful, too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Feed them, keep them alive, make sure they don't, like, fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
you know, I don't love the term babysit.
I don't either.
For a parent.
Yeah, I don't either. But I can see, like, how you just...
Yeah.
Use it as a term. I get that. Yeah.
But no, she's definitely not the asshole.
No.
Definitely not.
You prod a bear, it's eventually going to bite.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm surprised she didn't sooner.
I know. So do you want to do products or do you want to do books first?
We can do books.
Okay.
I'm actually involved in this one. What is this life? I'm involved in this.
I know. Making her a book
journey.
talk girly.
Okay, let me get comfy.
Okay. Ooh, she's ready. She's excited. I can see it on her face.
I did. Okay, so I finished.
So she finished it. And you were on chapter 57?
Yes. So I read a lot last night. Because Ammon was getting Bree, and, like, I was just kind of waiting up for them. They didn't get home till, like, 12:15, and I had the kids in bed by, like, 9:30.
So for those of you that have read this book, chapter 55 is like the infamous chapter. So she was past that yesterday.
I was past that.
Yeah.
So I probably like this book better than the first.
Okay.
But I mean, I know it's like fantasy, but it's so unrealistic.
I know. Yeah.
It's so unrealistic.
It reminds me a lot of like a slightly more adult version of Harry Potter. Like in terms of just like the fantasy aspect, like not storyline at all, not at all, but just like, you know how Harry Potter, like if you watch 1 and 2 and sometimes even 3 now, you're like, it feels like a kid's movie.
Yeah.
Versus like the later ones. Like,
yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that.
I loved her time with Reese.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like she had 2 really solid options. Okay. And men.
Mm-hmm.
Until the very end of this book. And then I was like, okay, she only has 1 really solid option.
Yeah.
And she chose right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be cryptic in case you haven't read this book and want to read this book. I want to give
a lot of spoilers.
Right.
Well, if you're on TikTok, you know that the general consensus is that Tamlin is not
But you didn't know this book won.
Correct.
So you really didn't know much until the end of book 2.
Did you see the one where the girl got Tamlin's name tattooed on her foot?
Oh no.
And all the comments, all the book talk girls were like,
should have read the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I finished this one maybe a little bit quicker than I finished the first.
And that one's bigger than the first one.
Yeah, this is
It's probably almost double, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wouldn't you say than the first one?
I don't remember.
Probably close.
This one has 624.
Well, good. Now you can start the third one.
I was hoping you would bring it to me.
Did you hear that? She was hoping I would bring it to her.
That's why I texted you last night, and I was like, done.
Yep. Here you go.
Perfect.
I know.
Thank you.
You're
Let's see how
welcome.
long this one's even longer.
Yep.
Okay.
So the next one is like dies big. It's a novella.
Okay.
And it's like most people are like, could have gone without it. But like
really?
it does give like a little bit of filler to like certain
A Court of Frost and Starlight.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the Silver Flames?
Silver Flames is a beefy boy.
Okay.
It's a big one. And Silver Flames is Nesta's story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you like Nesta?
I like her more now.
Okay.
I didn't love her in the first book.
Right.
But I like her more now. Yeah.
Yeah. Silver Flames is Nesta's story. And a lot of people really, really like Nesta and her story. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it wasn't like whether I like Feyre or Nesta better. It was just like they both have their own story to tell. So, yeah. Okay. But if you like the whole like she an angry girl with a chip on her shoulder and someone breaks through all her.
Is it Cassian?
I ain't telling you crap.
Okay.
I'm not telling you anything.
Okay.
If you get through this series and you like this series, then the next step is Throne of Glass. So.
Okay. I'm here for it.
If you like badass women.
Ammon the other day, he was like, we started watching like some show before you started reading these books. And we haven't watched our show since then. I was like, sorry.
I hate that for you. Don't ruin this.
Sorry.
Ammon.
I watched, a couple of people had told us about Bass Reeves, the show. It's like another Taylor Sheridan, like the creator of Yellowstone and all the 18 and 19, whatever. I don't know the years, but
I know.
Anyway, we watched the first episode of that the other day, so I think that's going to be like our next show.
Your little couple show. We can't do couple shows at my house because Andrew watches ahead.
Oh, that's not fair.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves about him. I love him, and if this is the only thing that I have to really pick on, it's fine. But when he comes home, like, that's his way of unwinding.
Pick a different show. He can watch 2 shows at a time. He can watch a couple show and then
he mostly watches YouTube. So I'm like, just watch your YouTube crap and leave our show alone. But we don't. I mean, we hardly ever watch shows together now. We would watch Yellowstone together, but we don't have. Is it Paramount?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have Paramount. So I know I really want to watch it, but all right. So books. I said I was going to bring this one last week. It is on the Amazons. We'll put a link below. Ooh, she dusty. Sorry. I only have to get it out like when I finish a book, so it doesn't stay out all the time. But this is it was on TikTok for like last year. It was like really big, but it's the Book Talk Journal.
Okay. And
what you do, these are all the books that I have on my shelf. Well, not all of them that I haven't read yet, and I just pre-printed them out so I don't have to. It's okay. We'll look at it later. So what you do is you I'm trying to get to when I finished. So you copy the cover of the book that you read, and then you fill out some information about it. So you write, stop it.
Just take them out.
You write the book name, you write the author, and then the genre and all that stuff. And then you can say your favorite chapter, who was your favorite character, is there a sequel, and are you planning on reading it? And then your favorite quotes. And then you can do your overall rating, and then there's a spice rating.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to know if any in your Book Talk Journal have 5 stars.
5 stars or 5 spicy peppers?
5 stars.
That I've actually filled out because I'm good about filling this out.
Yeah.
If it was in here, so Throne of Glass does.
Okay.
Throne of Glass does. So here's the thing. If I could describe my perfect book, it would be a book that is fantasy with a smidgen of romance. To be honest, I could take or leave this mutt.
Okay.
I really could. I mean, I think that if it's written well, it adds something to the story. If it's written like porn, I mean, I'm kind of I'm in my 30s, whatever. But if it's 90% of the book, I'm I need more story.
Yeah.
I use the stories to escape from life. I need a story. So Throne of Glass is more that way for me. It's very much like a long, like deep, in-depth world building story. And I like that. Okay. So Throne of Glass for me is my chef's kiss.
Okay.
ACOTAR is good. I like ACOTAR. It got me into Sarah J. Maas. And so like, I like, I ended up reading Throne of Glass and Crescent City because of it. And there's going to be a show about it. Oh. It's going to be Hulu.
Okay.
Hulu's doing it. I thought I told you that.
I don't know. Did you?
I'm so sorry. I don't know. Hulu is doing a show for ACOTAR. Ooh. There's been some talk about whether or not it's going to be live action or whether or not it's going to be animated. Yeah. See, okay, here's the thing.
I don't know about animated.
I know. It's really split. Like, a lot of the people want animated because they think it's the only way they can pull it off. And a lot of people are, because it's Hulu. I think if HBO had it, everybody would be like, oh yeah, for sure live action.
Yeah.
I think it's because Hulu has it. And Hulu has that tendency to like
mess stuff up.
Like supernatural and like, it just kind of gives like that like, I don't want to say cheesy, but do you kind of get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it doesn't make it as like
believable.
Yeah. And it's already
unbelievable.
A little bit unbelievable. So you kind of, I don't know. I think that's the thing. But Fourth Wing and Iron Flame just got picked up by Amazon Studios.
Okay.
So Amazon's going to be doing a Fourth Wing.
I think I would be really disappointed if this was animated.
I would be too. Yeah.
Like,
I know.
Animated?
I know. See, and I used to be a huge nerd, and I watched a show called Sword Art Online, which is a Japanese show that's animated. And once I got into it, it was good, but like, it is hard. Like, it's just hard to put yourself in. Part of the reason that I like Harry Potter and stuff like that is that like you feel like you can see your like, it's easier to see and like put yourself in there. But if it's like animated, you're like, it's like watching a Disney movie.
That's
like,
a no.
Yeah.
Okay, if we get a vote, it's live action, please.
Yeah, with all of our many followers, we want live action Hulu and do it right. Do it on an HBO budget. I don't care what it takes.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What she said.
This was one of my Christmas presents from Andrew that I got 3 nights ago. But he gave it to me early because I'm in my weird slump because I'm waiting on the third Crescent City to come out at the end of January. And so I needed something to read in between that one coming out. So this is Trial of the Sun Queen by Nisha J. Dooley.
Okay.
And it says, see, I have a bad habit of starting books that aren't finished in the series. Dang it. And she says this will be the first book and what I currently think will be a 4-book series. I don't promise that won't change.
Oh, okay.
So the next one is already out, and so I'll be getting that one. This is actually a really decent little read. So I think I kind of mentioned it in the last one. It's about this girl that's like a prisoner. And there's kind of like a little weird backstory about her. Like her brother and her sister are all in this prison. And there's like a little bit of a taboo about why they're in this prison. Almost like it's linked to their family heritage.
Okay.
And she ends up getting like kidnapped from this prison and taken to a different court where they do the trial of the Sun Queens. Like there's these 10 girls and they all get to compete to like be the next Sun Queen of this court. And the king is like he's like part of the one that decides what they're going to do and whatever. But it's just like her story. And she's like, I have to win in order to like save my brother and my sister and like take my revenge out on the court that imprisoned me. But yeah, there's a whole lot of other like side story in it, but it's a good little book.
Okay.
I'm going to go get the next one because now I have nothing to read tonight. So
we could start that thing that you want us to read together.
So Manacled. Okay. So I found it.
Okay.
I found it because I got an e-reader. I bought an e-reader.
You're already done, aren't you?
No. Well, because I thought about that. I was like, well, we could go ahead and read Manacled. I can send you the link later. But can you read 2 books at once? Or are you going to have to read Manacled first?
I don't know if I can. I guess I could try.
See, I've never tried reading 2 books at once, but I'm open to trying because I want to go and read the second book of that. But like everyone is like, Manacled is where it's at. Like,
well, then I can take a beat on Wings and Ruin.
I mean, that's up to you.
And we can read Manacled.
You might start reading Manacled and decide that you can't put it down.
Yeah.
I don't know like how many pages it is because it's digital. Yeah.
Let's try it.
There are people that are having Manacled printed and bound like into books, and they are beautiful. Like they are stunning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, there's people like that are learning how to do it. I'm like, I don't want to learn. I don't have time.
I just want to buy one of yours.
I can't get wrapped up in another hobby. I can't. Like, I cannot. Okay. Like, my bank account can't afford it because when I get into it, I'm like, I got to buy all the crap, right? I can't, y'all. I just need someone. So, like, there's another girl that I follow who's, like, gifting them. She's, like, making them and, like, making content with it so she can get followers. And then she's, like, gifting them to followers. So I'm like, please. Yeah.
Pick
so
me, choose me, love me.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm turning Chelsea into a book talk girl and I'm so excited about it.
I'm enjoying it. I'm not binge watching any shows. Of course, there's probably not any worthy to binge right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading.
Not really. I know I binge watched Heartland. The season 16 of Heartland was on.
I've still never watched it. I can't believe there's 16
I don't know that it would be
seasons.
for you.
Yeah.
Not that, I mean, because it's just so horse related. Like, it's
Yeah.
just so, like, yeah. It just speaks to my inner child. That's why. That's why I like it. Yeah. Okay, you go with your products.
Okay, so these products, I have been ordering things for myself and then just, like, stocking them away in case I need to wrap myself something for Christmas. You know? Who knows? Anyway.
Does your stocking ever get filled?
No, I fill my stocking.
Mine doesn't either. I don't even fill mine. I let it sit there like a sad reminder.
I did like a TikTok shop haul with all this like little stuff that was like on sale. Mm-hmm. And so I got basically if I would get Bree something, I would get it for me and Valentina. If I would get Valentina something, I get it for me and Bree. Because like we're all, I mean, I'm not their age at all, but you know, Bree's 15 almost. She will be in 8 days. And Valentina just turned 23. And but like we can all appreciate good skincare or, you know,
that's
things
universal.
Candies and anyway, so I've been just like setting stuff aside in case I need to wrap something for me. And I set everything out the other day, and I like even like little piddly stuff that I got for Ammon that he's already used, and I just boxed back up. Right. Because that's the thing about us. If we want something, we just go get it. And so he was like, you know, anything that comes in the mail for me in the next few days, if you want to just like take it and wrap it, I'll act surprised. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And anyway, so I showed him what all I had that I was going to wrap. And he was like, well, I've got stuff for you too. And I was like, oh, you do? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, well then maybe I'll just start using all this stuff that has been stashed away for a couple months. Okay. So I brought this just because like I didn't want the mask to be out. I brought it boxed because I didn't want this to be out and scare the shit out of my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is creepy.
It is super creepy, honestly. Like, I almost took a picture of myself wearing it last night and sent it to you. Okay.
It's the creepiest thing.
It's so creepy. It's like the red light therapy. Okay? Yeah. So it goes... It's so creepy. I can see myself in it. Okay, exactly. So it's got a headband, right? And I actually used this last night. And it's got multiple color settings. You press and hold, and then it turns on. But you can turn it all the different colors. I think red is the strongest. If you press it, 8 times, it'll like cycle through colors. And anyway, it cuts off after 20 minutes, I think, or maybe it was 15. The only, and I actually read this review, the only thing I didn't love about it is this is not very, like, flexible.
Yeah.
And so when it's on your face, it is, like, on your face. Ooh. It's, like, kind of tight to it. And the eyes are kind of, like, heavy on your eyes. But it is possible to, like, don't try to walk around with it. Like, lay in bed, scroll TikTok, read a book, something like that. It is possible to, like, adjust it to where it's not hurting you. But I seriously, I can't leave this out because I think it'll scare the shit out of my kids.
Yeah, for sure.
And I can only do it at night when they're asleep.
Maybe for Halloween next year you could dress up like the girl, like the get ready with me, and then you just have it on.
Yeah. But I've been really interested in the whole like red light therapy because I know, estheticians use it with facials and stuff like that, and it's good for you. And so I just wanted something that...
I know. I've been using my thing. Yeah. I was doing really good in using it like every single night. Mm-hmm. And then, like, when I get sick, I just quit life.
Everything just...
Like, I really do. Like, I was doing the eyelash serum, and I quit. I was like, nope, I'm not doing any of that. I actually didn't even, like, moisturizer. I did nothing. Yeah. I was like, I'm surviving. Okay? Like,
that's
skincare comes second.
Yeah. That is all you can do. Okay. I just bought a new one of these. I have had them in the past, and I really love them. These are an electric callus remover, because if you go get a pedicure, like, they will remove your calluses to an extent. Like, they'll put the callus remover stuff on there, and they'll let it sit, but then they really just use a pumice stone, which doesn't do enough for my feet. So anyway, you plug this in, and it's like a nail file almost.
I mean, can you like really get in there?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I bought another one, because mine I have like used the shit out of. Yeah. And I'm hoping that I can get some like replacements for these.
Oh, right.
But no, I really love these, and you can... Well, this one says you can do it on wet or dry skin. I've only done it on dry skin.
Really?
So that's interesting, but yeah, I love these things. So they do better than a pedicure. Okay, and last thing, I was influenced into buying...
We are every week.
This charger. It's the 3-in-1 charger, like one for your phone, one for your AirPods, one for your Apple Watch. Mm-hmm. I have yet to use it, and even if I couldn't use it fully because my AirPods are lost somewhere. But I know. But it's magnetic. It basically like clips together and can stay together like this. And you just plug it in, so you only need one plug for all three, and you just like set it on your...
Is this gonna be part of your like charging thing?
I'll just put it on my table,
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I was pumped about it when it came. I really need to find my AirPods.
So I can tell you how I was also...
I was hoping you were like...
She and I are like... you probably can't see that in the thing. Oh, there you go. I didn't bring it because it's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I bought one of these.
Nice.
Because I'm so... when we talked about it on the other one, we're so sick of our kids' crap being everywhere, to charge. So it holds your AirPods. Although I'll say, if you have your AirPods in a case, it doesn't really like fit in the little holder. Mm-hmm. It has a little cutout for like your watch thing to fit in, and then the cord goes down underneath. I think it has like 4 other slots, but you can order one that has like 2 of the AirPod things and 2 of the watch holders. Nice. So if you've got like, whatever.
His and hers.
Yeah. So now I have like a nice charging station in our bedroom.
Awesome.
Yep. And like Lizzie's tablet, which is like your boys that y'all have here. Mm-hmm. It won't fit in the slot because it's in a beefy case. So, but because those kids' tablets have the little prop, I just stand it up next to the thing. Yeah. So just trying to get a little more organized. I'm sick of everyone's crap being everywhere, and I want one. So when she's like, "Where's my tablet?" I'm like, "Well, if it's on the charger, it's in my room, and if not, then where did you put it?" Mm-hmm. It's not my responsibility to keep up with.
Good job, Mama.
Love you. Yeah. Okay, my products. Have I talked about this yet? Okay, I didn't think so. All right. Deodorant.
Tell me.
Okay. So Alzheimer's runs in my family. Okay. And so I went on the aluminum-free dive, I think when I was 18 or 19. And I was using a different brand for a long time. So I discovered Native, I think in my 20s, and it was when Native was still independently owned. Now Johnson & Johnson owns it, I think. But it was independently owned, and I bought it straight from their website and whatever. Thing about going aluminum free is that it takes your body anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks to completely re-alter its chemistry. Okay. So these are not antiperspirants. These are just deodorants. So, like, you'll still sweat. However, when I first swapped, I sweat, like, profusely. My body was like, oh, my God, what is happening?
Yeah.
Now, like, even, like, if I go work out, I don't sweat, like, much. And when you do, it still doesn't smell because you're using a deodorant. But it doesn't have the antiperspirant, like, quality because you're not clogging your pores with aluminum. Yeah. So, but Native is my favorite brand. So if you're, like, looking for the aluminum-free.
I have a story.
Is it bad?
Well,
tell me.
It's not great.
Tell me. Is it about Native?
I'm pretty sure. Let me look.
Oh, shoot. Well, I did try it. What is Lumi the other one or whatever?
Oh, maybe it was Lumi. Okay.
Because I've tried Lumi and I do not like. Is that the one that's like for pits and slits? Is that what it is, though?
I think so.
Chelsea told me that term.
Okay, so I was watching a TikTok, of course, and this girl was getting ready, and she was like doing her skincare routine. She was like, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna do a pits and slits shower," and I was like, "Pits and slits? Oh my God! Let me text Alisa." I thought it was the funniest thing.
I busted out laughing.
Okay,
for like 5 minutes.
It's not Native. It was Lumi. So my sister had tried this Lumi deodorant. Okay. And she, like, loved it. And so I was like, okay, I can try this. And I don't know if it was the scent that I got. I'm trying to find it. I don't know if it was the scent that I got or the fact that I was pregnant or a combination of both. But whatever. Oh, I got the warm vanilla. Okay?
Okay.
Warm vanilla smell. Okay. It must have been that with whatever hormones were raging through my body. But I smelled like marijuana. What? I swear to God.
Oh my God.
My armpits smelled like marijuana. Whenever I use this Lumi, the Lumi deodorant. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't realize it at first, but I was like, oh my God, what smells like weed? And then I was like,
it's totally me.
Holy shit, it's me. Oh my God. And I was like, Mom, come tell me what my armpits smell like. She was like, why do you smell like marijuana? And I was like, I know. I do, don't I?
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Warm vanilla.
That wasn't the scent that I got when I got it, although it's been forever. Like, I think it was when I first switched that I, like, tried it. Mm-hmm. And I think when I got it, it was, like, the deodorant with, like, the little bottle of, like, for the wherever else you need it. And I was like, I mean, I'm not being, like, proper or prim. Like, I genuinely don't need it anywhere else. Yeah. But thank you. But I think, like, I just, like, smelled it, and I was like, oh, this is weird. And then I think when I put it on the actual deodorant, it was, like, there's something about the texture I, like, didn't love.
I didn't love the texture either.
Yeah, so I think I tried it for, like, 2 days, and I was like, this is not for me.
So I haven't tried Native, but I tried the Lumi. Yeah. And it was a no for me, dog.
Yeah. There's, like, a couple scents that they have, like, a lot of scents now, but, like, some of them are kind of different, but I like it. I've been using it for literally, like, 10 years now. So
wow.
Yep.
You're an OG.
OG Native user. Yep. Okay. So I'm not a big, like, I know you don't need any plumping, whatever, because you got beautiful lips. Thanks. Some of us need a little help on the upper lip. Mm-hmm. We need a little more juicy juice. So the Infallible Pro Gloss Plump by L'Oreal Paris is one that I picked up. You know why I picked this up?
Why? Whose phone is ringing?
Stop. Toll-free call. Ugh.
I hate spam.
I know. Do you know why I picked this up?
Why? Because of the
color.
Oh, the color.
Yeah, just the color. I have the hardest time finding lip color.
Oh, you didn't know it was a plumper?
Didn't know it was a plumper. Nope. I had a hint when I went to put it on. I didn't even look when I'm just like, oh yeah. I smelled it and I was like, that's smelling awfully minty. And then I looked and I was like, ooh, it's plumping. I'm like, because sometimes you get ones that, like, your lips are on fire.
Yeah.
And then other times, like, they're just a little bit. And so this one is just a little bit. So if you're, like, sensitive to that kind of thing, but you do want, like, a little plumping action, like, this one is good. And the color's not bad. I've never found a lip color that I'm like, I love this lip color. It is perfect for me. I think I'm just hard to please, but like,
Yeah.
it's probably a great lip color.
I feel like that's a color that I'm most drawn to.
Yeah, it's like that, like, I don't
Almost
know.
like a mauve.
Oh, I was going to say mauve, but it's like more on the like nude side that it's like not so like bright. I don't know. I have a hard time finding the right.
So
shade.
I have been, nobody cares about this, and you probably can't tell now.
I care.
Because it's all worn off. But I got a lip liner. The lip liner itself is probably 12 years old. No shit.
Wow, okay.
But it's very similar to that color. And I have been lining my lips and then doing this number and trying to kind of like pull it inward. Okay. So like the outside. Like blending it kind of? Yeah, I'm kind of blending it. And then just doing like Vaseline.
Yeah.
But like the outline plus the gloss that's not like a sticky gloss. Like, Vaseline just feels good on your lips. Oh, I know. And anyway, I really like that combo for me because it feels very low maintenance.
In my pocket all the time. This is what I use 9 times out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, today I used this and I did like tiny dabs of that. That's what I did.
Okay.
Because like, this is, by the way, it's the only chapstick that actually like does anything for me also. But like, it's just
I will say that I also really like, once my like Vaseline wears off, because I don't bring the tub with me everywhere I go, but I have that
whole jar.
Yeah, I have that Laneige. Yeah. Not the mask, but the
Is it gloss, I guess?
I don't think it's a gloss. I think it's just like it's basically like a nice chapstick almost, but it's got like a little pink tint to it. So whenever my, Vaseline wears off, I'll put that on, and I like that look too.
Yeah. My last doodad thingamajiggy. I go through batteries like nobody's business. It is. So my flashes for like my real estate photography, I almost have to replace 4 batteries in it almost every time because it takes so much power. Sheesh. But that means I have a whole bunch of batteries, and once they start to get dull, I just replace them because I have to sit there and wait for my flash to like get warmed up again, and I ain't got time for that. Yeah. So I take them out, but they're like half good. So I use the tester that I got off of Amazon for like nothing. Awesome. And it shows me like how much and it does different kinds of batteries. It does like all the different, it does them all. It does lots of them. You can just readjust and you got that kind.
This is so funny because literally yesterday I was on Ammon.
Okay.
Ammon. I was not on Ammon. Yeah. I was on Amazon.
I was like, okay, where is this going and why do you need batteries?
Please cut that out.
Okay.
I was on Amazon and I was looking for a battery organizer and I came across something called a Battery Daddy and it has a tester with it.
Okay.
And I ordered it.
Nice.
I know.
Look at you and me.
I'm so excited.
Soul sisters.
I really want to get organized.
Yeah, I know. Me
so
too.
Badly. But I mean, it'll hold like 180 batteries or something like that. I'll never have that many batteries.
Is it like a tray and you just like?
It's like a little. It's a. Like you can close it. It's like a container, but it's got a clear side and it's double-sided.
Nice.
So you can.
We have just like the tray where you can like put in different sizes. You just grab them and go. But yeah,
I don't want them in my drawer anymore. And I feel like if they're in a tray, they'll be in my drawer. I'd rather them be like tucked away somewhere.
Same.
Yep. So, cool.
Yeah.
Was that your last product?
That was my last product.
Well, I reckon we can wrap it up. Just like you should have done your Christmas presents. But that will be
nice. That was nice.
Obsolete once you see this because it'll be after Christmas.
I liked how you rolled that into one.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you. We hope you had a great Christmas. We hope that you got everything you wanted, and maybe not everything you wanted, but everything you needed.
And if you didn't, buy it for yourself,
That's
girl.
Right. Treat yourself.
Do it for yourself. You have our permission.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
And congrats to our winners on our giveaway. Whoever those may be.
We'll find out in 2 days.
We will.
But congratulations all the same.
Yep. It's right. We hope you enjoy your Miyoki tumblers.
Your Wavy Talk and your Butte Teeth Whitening Kit.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So going into the new year, we are going to have some guests.
Mm-hmm.
We've got we are talking to a couple of people, so that will be fun. If there is anybody that in particular that you want to see, or any business that you want to know about that maybe we could, find a contact for, let us know so that we can have people on that you want to see and can teach you about their business or what they may do, and let us know if you want to be a part of it, if you have something to offer the community or moms or whatever. Let us know. We have fun.
We do have fun.
We just shoot the shit for an hour and a half
in comfy chairs.
Yeah. So let us know and give us a like and a follow and engage with us, and we'll see you in the new year.
In 2024.
We'll see you in 2024.
Yeah.
More great content coming your
way.
Thanks for joining, and we'll see you soon.
See you next time.
Bye.
Oh, we're so good at it now.